what's up, guys? Let's look at the chart and let's look at the update of Bitcoin and where Bitcoin went and what happened to Bitcoin from our previous update, guys. Let's get into this chart and let's just see, guys. At this moment, you guys can all see that I deleted my TP1 already, correct? Deleted my TP1 already, correct? Hopefully, you ever short Bitcoin, guys, you're winning it, you're killing it, correct? Okay, you guys can see we are by support, correct? We are by support. That zone just right there, correct? I believe in the smaller time frames you can see it way more better. Make sure you go in smaller time frames and you can understand it more better. Okay, let's quickly have a look there on the smaller time frames. Guys can see there was support, correct? If you guys looked at a bigger picture, correct? That the whole thing support, correct? You guys can see it broke to the downside. It's actively trending down, correct? What I think is going to happen at this very moment when it comes to Bitcoin, correct? Okay, guys. To be quite honest, before we get into that, correct? Before we get into that subject, let's quickly talk about the previous video what I made, and I still told you guys. I believe somewhere there, correct? Bitcoin's going to push up, get rejected, or Bitcoin's going to push up and get rejected. You guys still remember on the previous video? Okay, let me show you how this trade played out, because I saw characteristic, but it didn't go exactly. It didn't go so high than I thought it was going to go. But the characteristic, the trade was there. I took the trade. I made just over 17% profit. But let's just quickly talk about that trade. Why? Okay, number one, why did I enter? Why did I take my profit, and why would I have exited at specific level? Let's quickly go over that. Let's just quickly go into it. Let's just quickly go to hourly or do the job. Let's quickly go in the hourly, and let me explain to you how did I enter the trade, because obviously we all know we're not going to just put a sell order right there inside for no reason. We just sell because the market's going down. Does not work like that. Let's quickly just go down. Let's just understand why I sold where I sold, correct? There's a reason for every position, the reason for everything. As you guys can see, that's a pennant, correct? A pennant flag. I'll send you guys now the picture. Look. Do you guys see? Basically, it's a pennant. And you guys can see on the picture, the pennant shows that it's not. When it shows that, it's known for breaking to the bottom. And that's exactly what it did, correct? And let me show you quickly, guys, what I saw, why did I take the position, and what I saw value in to take that specific position, guys. Okay, guys, let me get into it. Okay, guys, I just want to say one more thing. Sorry. I just want to say one more thing. If you guys are wondering why am I not recording myself when it comes to the photo, not like the camera recording me while I'm talking like a small talk bar of me talking about it. The reason why I'm not showing myself when I'm busy talking stuff, guys, is because my CPU on my PC runs a little bit high, correct? Then it lags a little bit, correct? If I record myself and the screen, unfortunately I had to sacrifice one of them. You look at me while I'm talking, or you look at the screen. Obviously, it's way more better looking at the screen, correct, guys? That's why that's why you guys can't see, but please bear with me. Just please bear. And sorry, guys, if you guys hear noise at the background or the dogs barking, I do apologize on that, because it interrupts some of my videos also. Sorry, I do apologize about that. Just bear with me with the noise. But guys, this CPU runs a little too high, and I had to sacrifice one of them. I will upgrade later, but at this moment the PC is still working 100%. I will upgrade the PC later. I just had to sacrifice one of them. See, you guys can look at me, or I can show you the chart, and I believe you guys are all there for the chart, not to look how beautiful I look. I'm just joking, guys, but you understand the concept. But let's quickly get back into that. Just want to clean that, and let's just get back to it, guys. My thought process. Okay, let's get back into it. Why did I take that specific trade? The reason why I took that specific trade, let me just delete that. Sorry, guys. The reason why I took that specific trade, correct? Let me just do that. Okay, just try and get nice for you. Okay, let's get into that. The reason why I took that Pacific Bay, guys, you can see we are first thing we're showing a pennant, correct? And the support of the pennant is like a up line, correct? Going up and bouncing against, okay? And you guys can see that. What pattern is there? What pattern is that? You have to show you guys that. What pattern are we forming? That we call a bullish, sorry guys, a bullish staircase, because the lows is getting higher. The lows is getting higher than the previous lows. The highs is getting higher than the previous highs. Correct? Like even that counts. Let me show. Even that counts. It still made a high. Even that counts. You can see the highs was getting higher and the lows was getting, the highs was getting higher and the lows was getting higher, correct? That is a bullish staircase. Okay, and you guys can see what happened there. What happened there? It broke the bullish staircase pattern and broke it right there. Because what did we say? If it bounced against there, we're still going to be in a bullish run. If it bounced against there because it didn't go to the previous low. But once we came to the previous low, this showed you break of pattern. That means if you're in that trade for hoping for the break up, you would have cut your losses there because it was a break of pattern. But let me show you guys where I entered and why did I take a specific position and how much confirmations I needed. I wanted and I needed to take that position. Guys, as you guys can see, it broke to the downside, correct? The consolidated just right there, correct? But when you broke to the downside, it broke the EMA, correct? When it broke the EMA, correct? Then you pushed to the downside, correct? Okay, guys, just hold on a little bit. I just want to sort something out. Just hold on. Okay, sorry guys, just want to sort something out. The dog was just barking for I don't know what reason, but okay. Let's quickly get back to the topic. Sorry about the noise. Let's quickly get back to the topic. We're talking about the Pacific. What characteristics I saw, how much confirmations I needed to decide, correct, to take a sell position. As you guys can see, the market pushed down, correct? When the market pushed down, we were beneath the EMA, correct? When we were beneath the EMA, correct, that means the EMA acts as resistance, and that means when you were there, that Pacific zone, the EMA was acting as resistance, correct? You give you guys a perfect example. Do you see how the EMA is acting as resistance there? That's correct. The EMA is acting at this very moment as a resistance there, and it pushed down. Once when it goes on top, do you see how the EMA acts as a support there? Do you see how it holds there? You guys get the characteristics. When the market's at the bottom, the EMA is at the top, it acts as resistance. That's the first confirmation. The second confirmation, do you see how the pennant broke? When the pennant broke the downside, that was another confirmation, correct? Second confirmation. When it broke to the downside, another confirmation. Let's go for the third confirmation. The bullish staircase, it broke that. At that Pacific zone, it broke the bullish staircase. You see guys? It broke it, it went beneath it. Bullish staircase needs to make lower highs. Correct. You need to make higher lows. Sorry, excuse me guys. You need to make higher lows. That means if it turned around there, it'll still be valid, but it broke, correct? And last, the final sign, basically basic characteristics, sign, where it gives me basically four stuff that happened for me to take this trade, is that it pushed beneath the support and then pushed up, then we all know support, if it breaks support and it comes back up, what does it, if it comes back up, sorry guys, what happens, it acts as resistance. Because it did that, from support it went into resistance, correct? From support it went into resistance, and that acted as resistance. They went 1, 2, 3, the break of that, and 4 characteristics, confirmations that we got to take that position. Not just one. Not saying you need 4 to take a trade. You can only have 1, but 4 is more. The likelihood of you being right is going to be more higher, correct? And you guys can see then I broke to the downside, then I entered right around the inside, correct? Understanding that they gave enough confirmation. Okay guys, let's quickly talk about what happened when the market went against me. Where would I put my stop loss? Okay guys, we have for confirmation why the pattern why I would have taken the trade. It was beneath the EMA. They broke the bullish staircase. They broke the pennant, and it broke the support and turned to resistance, correct? Form. Now guys, it's very simple. To put your stop loss, we're going to take whatever anything what let us take the trade, correct? The breaking of the pennant pattern. Let's stop this around. How are we going to stop it around? We say it's beneath the EMA, correct? That's why we took the trade. Let it be above the EMA. We say it's beneath the broke the pennant. Let's wait for it to pierce in the pennant. We say it's beneath the support, acting as a resistance, basically a resistance. Let it be a support. You see guys, how I'm stopping everything around, and that's what we need to get out the trade. Let me show you guys. We will get out the trade. Once we did that, I took my position and pushed up above the EMA, because now the EMA acting as support. Now it's above the structure, the bullish structure staircase I saw. And guess what? Final sign, it broke inside the pennant. Everything what I saw value in is broken, and that's how we're going to take our stop loss. Understanding that everything what you saw value in is broken. That isn't beneath the EMA, it's above the EMA. That isn't beneath the bullish staircase, it's above the bullish staircase. That isn't beneath the pennant, but it's in the pennant. Do you guys understand why we'll be taking our losses? We'll be putting our stop loss right around. Let me get you that position, not position at specific level. Why we'll put our stop loss right around there, correct? Do you guys understand why you put a stop loss right around that specific zone? Understanding that I never trade with a physical stop loss, I always trade with mental stop loss, just don't like physical stop loss, okay? But that's my opinion. And they're telling me, but Kyle, don't you guys see that there is a resistance by that specific zone? 100%, correct? 100%. My question is to you, were we trading that zone? We were not trading that zone. We didn't see value in that zone. What do you mean? What I mean is, we saw value in the pennant break, the bullish break of the staircase. We do not see value in that. We did not take the trade because it got rejected there. We did not take the trade. Let me get that. We did not take the trade because it got just rejected there. If we took the trade because we rejected there, and I tell you, the reason I took the trade is because we rejected. It makes sense why we put our stop loss there, because we need to do the opposite. But we did not enter the trade on that. We did not enter the trade on that. We entered the trade what we saw value inside the pattern. That's irrelevant. We wait for the pattern break, we wait for the EMA break, and we wait for the bullish trend to go up and break the pattern, correct? And that's what you saw. That's what you saw value in. You need to take that value and break it for us to take out the trend. We do not see value in that. Yes, there is resistance. Yes, understand that, but we do not see value in that. We saw value in the pattern. That's when we trade in the pattern, not the support and resistance, for example. And that's why I would have taken my stop loss there, understanding that there is a resistance, understanding that I saw value in the pattern, and the bullish staircase that broke. I do not see value in that, and that's why I take my stop loss. But guys can definitely take 80% out, stop loss out, and leave 20% to play that. But that's just me. I'll take my stop loss there, I put it there, correct? How do we take a profit, guys? How do you take a profit? That's how we take a profit. We take the distance between the bottom and the top of the pole of the flag. We take it all the way from there. Great. We entered there. That means let's see how much profit we made. Right around 16.84% profit. That means whatever count you entered within, you just made 16.84% of that whole count. But as you guys know me, I take half always. Then I take some of my positions out. Then let's quickly have a look there. Let's just quickly have a nice decent look. We can see right around 9.53%. You guys see that? 9.53%. 9.53%. You guys see that? Then basically, let's see the reward ratio. Is it worth even taking the risk for that trade? Let's see the reward ratio. Is it even worth the risk for the trade? Let's quickly have the. Sorry guys. Okay, sorry guys, just accidentally pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's quickly get back into this. Guys, you can see the reward ratio, correct? Put our stop loss right around there, correct? Our reward ratio right around there, correct? Is 8.67. Is 8.67. That means you're risking $1 to get $8. Just for example, guys, the reward ratio is good. Even taking half is so good enough for you risking $1 to get $4, guys. That's an excellent risk reward ratio. That's worth the risk to take that trade. It's worth it. But 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, it's okay, guys. It's okay. Not so worth it. But 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 8, it is worth it. But the lows, however, in my life is 1 to 3, guys. Understanding that I can lose 3 trades, but I just need to win 1 to cover that loss, correct? And that's how I took that position. I took all my position out there. I took some out there, and I took most of them out there, correct? Why did I take that? Because I was trading the pattern, correct? Can I could have holding it? Yes, but I was trading the pattern. And if you guys can, I'll show you guys now the big pattern. That's TP1 right there. I took my position upgrade to my TP1, correct? But you guys can see how it consolidated. You guys can see how it made a possibility of a bullish divergence, correct? Bullish divergence. You see, bullish divergence, and you can see how you guys can see how it breaks that. Guys, I just have to say, sorry for the dog barking in the background. Just that dog was barking all day. I'm keep on making videos over because that dog keep on barking, but guys, just please bear with me. But let me just quickly talk. Then broke it, guys. It broke it to the downside, correct? Now it's consolidating it. It isn't a pushback up. Let's just see what happens at this very moment. But guys, I just want to quickly explain to you exactly from the previous video to that video what happened and where's Bitcoin now and what's going to happen to Bitcoin. Okay, in my next video, this video I talked more about my trade, correct? My trade and basically where I entered, because because my previous video I was hoping for to go there all to the top, but it didn't. But you saw a pattern. That's why you saw to the trade, and that specific zone is I took my TP is because the trade. We read the pennant, like for example the trade candle, pole like stick. They reached the distance of that. Basically, the pattern was it goes more lower than it was getting like invalid. Correct? You must take your profit. You must just walk away. And we did hit TP1 of the big pattern. That's all, guys. That's all. I took all my position. I took my profit and got out there. Correct? But that's all, guys. I'll talk in the next video what I see on the bigger picture and what's going to happen, guys. Cheers, guys. Have a lovely day further, and God bless.